What is going on, guys? It's Josh at Peak Pounder. So we are in Joshua Tree today testing out the Freedom Elite, the 23 footer, no slide as you can see. This is a 22 HE with a corner bed. Hear that 7.3 purring in the background. It's hot out here. Brandy's inside with the AC running. All right, so had some time to drive both. Spent quite a bit of time behind the wheel of both of these. And I guess, you know, this is not a typical walkthrough video per se. This is more of a, how do I know which one of these is right for me? And I gotta tell y'all, you know, like I said, after spending some time in this Odyssey, it's 33 foot. It's the 31F plus, you know, 2 foot for the cab. It is different strokes for different folks. You know, maybe you're surprised to hear me say that because the cost on this thing is considerable. I saw the sticker, it's like $176. You know, this is not our customer. This one's going to Dubai, so the upfitting I can't really speak to. But you figure somewhere in the neighborhood of $200,000. And to that point, it's a pretty good replacement, I think, for a Super C. You know, especially if you want something unique that nobody else on the trail, nobody else at the campground has. You know, you like these big old boxes, you got a big family. This is a bunkhouse floor plan, so it's spacious. Full wall slide. I heard somebody refer to that as a super slide. I'm not sure if that's a real term or not. I probably should learn that. But just kind of walking around here, the exterior of the Odyssey, and you'll have to ignore some of the shrubbery. You can see, man, the slide spans the entire wall, and that is sick, right? Like, that provides so much extra floor space. I would even consider this maybe a small Class A replacement, you know? And you don't have to buy a 2025 like this one. And true enough, we'll build whatever you want us to build. If you want us to build a 33-foot Class C, put the Peak Pounder touch on it, in addition to all the goodies that come with four-wheel drive, I'm about it, because I like it. I really do. I like it. But for my money, the shorties win. 23 foot on this one, 23 feet. Same setup, same four-wheel drive system, right? It's still the Dana 60. It's still re-geared. It's still all new front end components, all new steering components. But no slide, 10 whole feet shorter. You should have seen me pulling the Odyssey into this spot in Joshua Tree last night. I mean, it was not the easiest thing in the world to do. So I'm always gonna go, you know, 25 foot, sub 25 foot. Our off-the-shelf builds that we do, always gonna be sub 25 foot. I don't think you're ever gonna see me build a 30+ foot rig. And this one is so clean, by the way. I know y'all hear me say that a lot, but I do like the ions in the rear to match the front as a alternative to the Dodge wheels. You know, I like the generator window that is on these newer rigs. Other than that, you know, walkthrough video coming soon, but I just wanted to put this out here. We've driven both. Oh, before I forget, how you guys feel about this spare tire setup? Let me tell you my reasoning, and then I'll let you kind of decide for yourself. So if you come to us and you say, hey, I want a rig built and I want Aluminess everything, I'm gonna say, okay, that'll be $6,000 for bumpers. front and rear. Sign a check, write me a check, whatever. I am not about that. You know, I'm about doing more for less, or doing the same for less. And really, guys, this accomplishes the same feat, and it's 100% removable. Not only is it removable, it is adaptable. So if you need to tow something on the 8,000 pound winch, 8,000 pound hitch, but you have a kayak or some bikes or something, you know, it's as simple as changing stuff out at the receiver. In this case, we have a full-size spare mounted. It's a Yoko, it's a 33, just like on the rest of the rig. This is also removable. So, you know, a pin and a few bolts, a few U-bolts, and you have your factory bumper back. So if there is a reason for that, you know, everybody goes through stuff, different reasoning for different applications. 100% removable. Flexible. I think I may relocate this tire on this one to the frame rail though, just to kind of help more evenly distribute the load. This one is WeBoost equipped. All right, so it's got the WeBoost drive RV in it with the spring. You should see the thing whipping in the wind. I mean, just like a CB antenna, you know. I have this one temporarily kind of installed. I mean, it's sort of creative, I guess, but just coming down the ladder in wire loom, and then running in the frame rails up into where the power panel is. From there, just plug the antenna, run the antenna up behind the curtain. Anyway, it's a whole thing. If you come look at it, you'll see. It's just my temporary setup. The plan is to remove the WeBoost going forward, unless you just want it, you know. Happy to install your own. This one got some miles on it now, so if you want a new one, great. If you want this one, fantastic. Last thing I'll leave y'all with, you know, these guys that we partner with, these are the real artisans. These are the craftsmen. So when I tell you to look at the brackets on the AJ's build, at the welds, you know, at the workmanship that goes into all this. When I tell you that the Goliath bumper that the welds on the shackle tabs are a work of art, you know, seeing is believing. Go buy this bumper. Go call AJ's for a lift that has the dual Fox stabilizer, for a conversion that has the dual Fox stabilizer, for a conversion that has the Dana 60 with uprated heavier duty steering components. But you call me if you want a turnkey vehicle that you can play with today, that has been shaken down, ironed out, had all the factory deficiencies addressed, and been updated to give you the tech that you need out on the trail or at the campground or anywhere else you're trying to go. Guys, Peak Pounder, I'm telling you, we're changing the game. We're making this stuff accessible. You will be surprised at the pricing on this stuff. By the way, I just want to say, you're always going to get one take with me. So if I make mistakes, I'm not trying to edit for hours and hours. I'm just trying to get the point across. The point is, whether it's 23 feet or 33 feet, we just want to see y'all out there. Let's go camping, y'all. Call me about this Thor. Let's get this Thor out the door. Peak Pounder.